All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jody Williams, and as the story's out. I had a huge super match coming this weekend, this Saturday in San Diego, California, put on by Greg Sharp and World Series of Arm Wrestling. It was a super match that included myself versus Mega Mike, left-handed, best of five, and I felt pretty confident, felt pretty good going into the match. I put together a good camp with a lot of guys, talking to guys from Texas, training with guys from Idaho, talking with some guys in Utah. So I put together a real good camp and stuff, and I was prepared. And due to an injury, Mega Mike, cannot go ahead and meet me down there so we can have this match. So first and foremost, I want to say, Mr. Mega Mike Colburn, my friend, get well, get healthy, because arm wrestling ain't going nowhere, right? Health is priority number one. So I thought I'd get that out there, my friend. So second on the agenda, Paul Stevens picked up the pieces. Hey, told Greg Sharp, hey, I'll step in, I'll pull Jody. Not a big deal and stuff. So let me say this about Paul Stevens. Very, very stand-up guy. Very tough competitor. Me and him go back and forth, and I'll get into that, momentarily. So thank you, Paul Stevens, for stepping in. So that way, hey, I still got a match, Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. So when you prepare for somebody, because let's be real, Paul Stevens, Mike Colburn, not the same puller, right? Difference in styles, but not the same puller, okay? So with that being said, you train for a specific style, or you train for a specific person. You get ready, and all of a sudden it's the week of the event. Yeah, I'm going ahead, I'm dotting my I's, I'm crossing my T's, and I'm ready to go. And then, some things happen it's out of everybody's control, and it's unfortunate. So it's kind of like, okay, so yes, Paul stepped up. Once again, thank you very much. Now, what does that do to me now? So now I got to take a step back, because my game plan for Mega Mike is not going to be the same game plan for Paul Stevens, okay? So one has to look at it like going, okay, I've had a couple questions asked to me, hey, Jody, does this mess anything up? What's your strategy going into it now? Well, I'll look at it this way. In the last 3 years, Paul and I, we've been on the table quite a few times since 2021. We touched base at the Kitty Boston Memorial, Hawthorne, Nevada, back in 2021 in the Masters and Open class. We locked up at last year's WSA World Series of Arm Wrestling finals in San Diego. We had a match. We also had a super match December last year at Washington State under the Armed Sports Entertainment banner. So we're familiar with one another, But I think the thing is, and like I said, this is nobody's fault, but now Paul Stevens of now ain't the Paul Stevens then. What I mean by that is that Paul Stevens is probably rocking around the 209 class now, okay? And I'm 242 as of this morning. So now the tables is turned, and all of a sudden, you find out that it's like, and I knew Paul was going to 209. I mean, him and I, we talk off and on and stuff. Hey, how you doing? How's the injuries going? This, that, and the other. How's your training? Oh, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going to the 209 class. I'm like, oh, sweet, man, awesome. And now that I'm pulling this lighter version, Paul, doesn't mean it's a weaker version, right? And of course, on paper, it looks like, well, damn, Jody, if he's 209 and you're 242, then there should be no excuse. You should go ahead and just crush this guy. Yeah, I guess on paper it should probably look that way. It should probably be that way. But, everything's not cut and dry sometimes, So, again, my thinking now is I got to take a step back. I got to go, okay. You go from a guy who's real powerful, to a guy who's probably not as powerful in comparison. Don't get me wrong. Paul's a little tricky guy. He's real tricky. He has some power, but he also has technique. I think he has more technique than Mega Mike, and feel free to, doubt me on that. But yeah, in the strength department, it was all Mega Mike, and now when you train for a certain like I said, style, and you go somewhere else, and it's like, oh, it changes some things a little bit. So now it's like, okay, what do? You know, I can't like just, train a different way now because I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon, headed to San Diego to get ready for this event this weekend. So, I'm at a point now where is my mind jostled a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. There's some letdown, but again, one has to realize that it's not cut and dry. It's not nobody's fault. So again, Mega Mike, man, get better, my friend. Because like I said, priority's number one. This sport ain't going nowhere. It'll be here once you're ready to come back to it. So, but again, as far as Paul Stevens go, I got to do what I got to do. Love the guy and stuff. And, I'm real, blessed that he's able to take this match on such short notice. Anybody is awesome if they take a match on short notice. But, I got to sit there and say to myself, okay, what is my strategy going into it? There's people out there, hey, man, well, have you pulled Paul Stevens before? And some people that know me going, dude, you pulling him again? Yeah, it's almost been a year, I guess you could say, but since I pulled him. But still, it's just like I need to go out there and get my mind straight. I got to go out there and handle my business, do what I need to do. He's savvy. He's savvy. And if you sleep on Paul Stevens, man, you might end up with an L, something I don't want. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. But what I'll do is when the match is all said and done, I'll go ahead and get back on here, probably from a hotel room, and say, hey, this is what happened. This is why it happened, this, that, and then some. But there'll be live stream for those that want to see it. So other than that, guys, I'll see you down in San Diego.